We continue our conversation with Joe Amaral and his film Story in the Stars, which we're making available to you this month on 100 Huntley Street. Joe, so many people find their identity, their worth, and their value every morning going online or opening up the newspaper and looking at the astrological signs.
Yeah, these
your
horoscopes.
horoscope. There's a big difference between astrology and astronomy. You're the expert. Unpack that for us and give us some context for this whole horoscope phenomenon in our world.
Yeah, people get confused, and we all struggle when we even say the word astronomy, astrology. We have to really think about it.
True.
Although they're very closely related in terms of semantics, they couldn't be further from one another in terms of what they actually are. Astrology is the focus of looking to the stars for direction for your life, looking for your identity in your life. And it's so tragic. It's not just people who are not believers, but also for believers. You would be shocked as I travel from church to church and start teaching on this, how many Christians say, it's harmless, it's nothing, it's just for fun.
I found that to be true too, and I go and speak somewhere and this subject come up and people say, what's your sign? And and you're in like a Bible conference context.
All the time.
Strange.
And what happens is I've even had people go to their horoscope and it says, well, today you will make a big decision. And then they go and they pray and say, God, help me to make this big decision I'm going to make today. They're praying into their horoscopes.
All messed up.
All messed up. And Christians are tied up into this. And so astrology then, has the wrong focus and identity of a person. Astronomy, which is what we're doing in the film here, we're actually reclaiming astrology. We're taking the focus off of those lies and those deceptions, and we're looking at creation. We're looking at God's intent behind the creation of the universe. It wasn't just some random explosion or a few stars, scattered across the sky, but God positioned and placed stars and clusters in specific places so they would make images in the sky. And these images aren't for us, but they're to tell us about somebody who was to come. And, as I said before, from Virgo all the way through to Leo, and as you look at each constellation, there's 12 of them. There's 12 months. Every month a new constellation rises.
So, Joe, when we go out in the summertime and we look at the beautiful north sky and we see gazillions of stars, your proclamation is that's just not there by random acts.
No way.
That's just not there because of some explosion of the universe gazillions of years ago. But there is really a story in those stars.
I mean, even if it was God who caused this explosion gazillions of years ago, whatever you believe about that, he caused them to move in a certain way so that over time they would have conjunctions, there would be alignments that would line up with his birth, with his death, with his resurrection. There's such purpose in this. And one of the beautiful things about the story is we see that God does things with reason. He does things with order. And it causes us, I believe, to rejoice. It takes our focus off of all those lies of the enemy. And we focus on the creator of the universe and his plan for salvation. And he loved us so much that he designed the universe in a fashion that the story of salvation can be written in the stars. That's love.
Story in the Stars is the name of this DVD, and it is available to you. Joe, we're looking forward to these ongoing conversations all month long. Thanks so much for putting this together, and we'll continue the conversation. Thanks so much.